The bottom line is this gives us some protection if people start to try and edge into our turf. We see ourselves as a global leader in 3D and augmented reality, and I think these patents support that view.
Back inside our proactive newsroom now, and joining me is Evan Gappelberg. He is the CEO of Nextech3D.ai. And Evan, good to see you again. How are you?
I'm good. Great to be back, Steve.
Yeah, the company out with some news today talking about securing three new patents. And just before we talk about the patents themselves, talk about the importance of securing these patents. The company has a number of them, and they act in essence almost like an asset for the company, or it is an asset for the company.
It is. I mean, we, as our investors know, are at the forefront of really a technological revolution where things are all going 3D. AI is a big part of that. Augmented reality is also a big part of that. And so these patents really are foundational technologies for Nextech, and they allow us to go forward into this field with protection and with value, as opposed to some of our competitors who don't have any patents and don't have the ability to protect their technology. So we see this as a big win for our shareholders, and this is patent number 3, 4, and 5 in the field of 3D modeling. So as we've talked about previously, we're building a patent portfolio, and this really is a big step towards doing that.
And so just so people understand, when you're creating a patent, you almost have to you create a patent for every time you have something that needs to be protected. It's not necessarily the whole thing, it's parts of it. And that's what these three patents are covering around 3D models.
Yeah, I mean, it's three-dimensional model generation from two-dimensional images, material estimation for three-dimensional modeling, three-dimensional model assembly. I mean, these are all written by patent attorneys.
Mhm.
So, not super exciting to just read that, but the bottom line is this gives us some protection if people start to try and edge into our turf. We see ourselves as a global leader in 3D and augmented reality, and I think these patents support that view.
Yeah. Is that something that you hear a lot about, and people will sort of see technology and try to sort of knock it off, so to speak, and the importance of having the protection of it, especially when it comes to using these type of models in the vein that you want to use them in?
Yeah, there's no question that this is a competitive market. Any technology is going to be viewed as fair game. Unless you have patents, people are going to start to encroach on your business. And so, again, this gives us the ability to carve out a moat. And ultimately, if somebody actually wanted to, one of the bigger players, get into this industry and acquire a company, if there's 10 companies that they're looking at and one of them has a portfolio of patents and the other nine don't, which one are you going to buy?
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. Evan, thanks so much for the update. Appreciate it. Good to talk to you again.
Thanks, Steve.
All right, Evan Gappelberg, CEO, Nextech3D.ai.